This is not a word from the Lord, but this is a teaching from the Lord, instructions that he gave to Sue, and she has decided that it should be for all people. So I'm reading it, and again, it is instruction, and it is, of course, beautiful, and it's like sitting at Jesus' feet, just listening to him teach. She's titled it, Heights with the Master. My children are created by me and conceived in their mother's womb for my purpose alone on the earth. By my plan, they walk among men and declare me as Lord of their life. For these chosen ones, new levels arise, and like Job, life as they know it will come to an abrupt halt as they are whisked away into the desert for intense training. It is during this time that my servants come to know me in ways they could not learn by any other means. This intense isolation creates a mighty driving force, pushing the believer into greater depths and heights and into a world completely foreign to earthly valley dwellers. And yet the wear and tear of the wilderness isolation continues to attach itself to and break down even my strongest believer until he learns the art of releasing all to me. Most of my children truly believe in order to be effective in their wilderness setting, they must find true needs and errors in their loved ones to pray about and bring to me. Unknowingly, they take on this responsibility, believing, quote, if they themselves were truly spiritual, their loved ones would come to know me or situations would change in their behalf, end quote. My children also take on extra responsibilities known as concerns in their spirits. These concerns may range from paying bills and being a godly example in the home to taking out the trash and stressing over deadlines at home or at work. Some are burdened and stressed about caring for beloved pets or how to minister to friends and online acquaintances, while others are struggling to forgive past hurts, desperately trying to bandage up their pain and walk in love. However spiritually correct the need is, the unending list goes on until unknowingly the believer's eyes are taken off me and onto the problem. Now, visualize this beloved believer trying to follow me up the mountain with all this baggage attached to him. These concerns catch onto rocks and get wrapped around trees as the long line of wilderness godly cares come dragging up behind him. As the air gets thinner and thinner, my believer starts gasping for breath and finds it much too difficult to continue forward. So he resigns himself to sitting back down. And as he does, he again takes his eyes off the Master and puts them back on his spiritual concerns. This believer then stays where he is, with his godly baggage, and is completely unable to move up higher. Now, take a moment to visualize a professional athlete. A professional has a completely different perspective. His unquenchable goal is to reach the summit, and to do so he must put aside every weight and burden that might hinder him. Therefore, he carefully considers the climb, the extreme heights, and thoughtfully weighs what he truly needs. A professional athlete also has a guide and a burden bearer. He is instructed on what he may or may not take on the journey, and if he desires to make it to the summit, he must follow the rules. Preparation is of utmost importance, as the professional athlete peels off more and more baggage. Weight, or lack of it, becomes imperative to his success. Child, you are a professional athlete, and I am your guide and your burden bearer. For my children to go to new heights, they must release all to follow me. Every concern, every worry, every loved one, every sin, every pain, every weight of your past life, everything that you can think of, peel it off one by one. It was not in vain that I said, you must forsake all to follow me. When you die, you will leave it all behind. Not one thing will you take with you when you leave this world. You will leave with me and nothing else. Therefore, I ask that you die to your cares now, that you follow me now, with nothing from the past hanging on to you. Release all to me. When you do this for me, when you truly forsake it and cut it from you, letting it fall behind you, Then I will heal you, and it will be like it never existed. Then and only then will you be free to follow me. You will be free to truly love others as I have loved you, with no strings attached. Your joy will flow out from you, and you will walk in my love and my forgiveness. As you walk in these new heights with me, you will become an overcomer. For as you release your baggage to me, then I am free to work in these situations, and you will find yourself praising me for what I have done, and not what you have done. You will find yourself going from glory to glory, and from height to height, as you view the world and your loved ones through my eyes and from my perspective. The problems that used to overwhelm you will no longer touch you, for you will see them as small and insignificant as they truly are. For my children who learn this art, I will give a new name, one which no one else knows, and grant them to sit with me on my throne. For in this life they have truly forsaken all to follow me and have become an overcomer. Shalom.